Peace and divine blessings, family and friends, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, devils and haters alike. I affirm that my voice is authentic. I affirm that one person will resonate with this video. Like and subscribe. Welcome back, beautiful souls. Today, I want to talk about a part of you that feels forgotten. The part that you still aching for love. Now, this isn't about fixing yourself. It's about remembering who you were before the womb and the world told you who to be. Yes, the younger version of you, the one who still lives inside, is not broken. They're waiting for you. Let's talk about how to begin this sacred reunion. I want you to understand the reason why I'm saying that you're not your womb is because when you were born, someone gave you a name. Someone told you what gender you were. Someone taught you your language. Someone taught you perhaps your religion. Someone taught you these things because when you were born, wow, this is deep. When you were born, you were so powerful in your purest state of perfection that they had to give you a name. So in actuality, you're not your name. You're not the stories you tell yourself. You're not the stories that you told yourself and you believed when you was a child. You're not. You are a beautiful expression of the living source of God. In this video about this inner child, the wounded one, will help you. Because there is a part of you that never got the love that it earns, yearns. There's a part of you that never got the feeling of feeling safe and understood as needed. And it is still waiting. What is the inner child? We hear this term a lot. I have done inner child work, and I've read about it with a few books and articles. I would have to articulate that the inner child is a subconscious part of an individual that is acting out in the present moment. Old experience, old emotional past experiences mentally and subconsciously. And in the present moment, they are using coping mechanisms to deal with the wounds of yesteryears, especially when they are triggered. And a lot of times, them coping mechanisms are outdated because what used to work then does not work now because you're an adult. And we create these experiences that are uncomfortable in our lives over and over and over again, not understanding that it is the inner child within that's yearning for love. Someone once said there's only two emotions: love and fear. And of course, there are other things under them two words. So, feeling not worthy, feeling like you're not good enough, that is something that a child can experience if an adult isn't capable of allowing the child to know that it's okay that you wet in your bed, or it's okay that you got an F on your report card. In other words, sometimes hurt people hurt people. Yeah. And it's like a generational curse that goes on and on and on. So today I just want to talk about the inner child. Now, what are the signs your inner child is hurting? Now, some people, when they hear the term inner child, they think of something negative. The inner child also can be something positive. How you express joy, how you deal with life in healthy ways. That too is a byproduct of the inner child, of using different tools that you learned as a child to cope with life. And as you get older, you use them tools, basically graduate to become a healthy, living adult. So, what are the signs that your inner child is hurting, is pained up? Here's a few ways you can tell. Overreacting to rejection. Personally, my story about rejection, I hate when I am rejected. There was a point in my life I really felt that way. It felt like I took it so personal when someone would tell me no, when I didn't get my way. And I would act out. You ever seen an adult not handle rejection? You ever seen a man not handle rejection? It's like a king baby syndrome, because the pain is so great that they never realized or understood how to deal with rejection. Rejection is a part of life. It is. And no one owes you anything. It took me a long time to understand that. I would internalize rejection. If you said no to me, then that meant to me that I wasn't worthy enough for you to say yes. And which leads me to the next sign that your inner child is hurting: people pleasing. Yes. Have you ever saw anyone, or have you ever experienced that you find yourself pleasing people, saying things that you really didn't mean just to get a laugh or a nod, or even laughing at things that weren't funny? People pleasing, trying to please everyone but yourself, being fake and phony. That is something that, again, I have practiced at one point in my life, trying to please everybody. You have to honor your voice and honor yourself. You cannot please everybody. Everyone is not going to resonate with my YouTube channel, but some people will. I can't please everybody. I don't want to please everybody. I want the haters. I want the people that don't like me. I have to have that contrast in life. It's a part of life. So if you are a people pleaser type of person, I could tell you that people pleasing will lead you to emptiness when it's time to please yourself. But you already know this. The next way one can discover that the inner child is hurting is fear of abandonment. Whoa, that was a big one for me. Abandonment. Please don't leave me. Please don't go. Wanting to hold on with everything in my life. I remember when I was a kid, I think I was probably about maybe 8 or 9 years old. And it was this young lady who used to babysit me. And I had a crush on her. And my mother had went out and my babysitter stayed. And when it was time for her to leave, I thought the world was going to explode if she left me. I would cry, temper tantrum. I would have a fit if she left me. And that didn't just happen on one occasion. I can remember another occasion, the same type of episode, the same type of crime, the same type of experience. Abandonment, feeling like your world is going to crumble and fall apart if you are not associated or connected to someone or with someone, feeling like you are alone. I had to go through a lot because I did not want to be alone. Loneliness is different than being alone. And in all actuality, let the truth be told, we are never alone, especially if you believe in a higher power. Never alone. The fourth and the last way you can tell your inner child is hurting, shame and self-doubt. I experienced that also. I had shame in my life and self-doubt. I wanted to do this YouTube channel for a very long time, but I didn't have the confidence and I doubted myself. And I also had shame that I didn't have a degree, although I've been to college. I had shame that I'm an ex-offender. I had shame that I'm an ex-abuser. I had shame that I'm an ex-addict. Shame, shame, shame. My name should be Issa X. But them past experiences gave me something valuable and allowed me to become mature in who and how I show up in the world now. I think that one would have to look at these four things to know if their inner child is hurting or not. Maybe or maybe not. These four things apply to you. But a person is able to really take a look inside and being honest with yourself and ask yourself, as an adult, do you overreact to rejection? Are you a people pleaser? Are you afraid of fear of abandonment? And are you shameful? And do you have self-doubt? If you answer yes to any of these, then that's a clear sign that your inner child is hurting. Reconnecting with your inner child, doing a few exercises, can bring you back to joy, creativity, and emotional freedom. I want you to close your eyes just for a moment. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to place your hand on your heart and say something loving to the younger version of yourself. Now, place your hand on your heart. And in a moment, I want you to take 3 deep breaths, starting from 3, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, and 1, inhale and exhale. And I want you to imagine a younger version of yourself, the one that feels rejection and fear and abandonment and people pleasing and shame. And look into their eyes. And now, as you look into their eyes of that innocent child, tell them that you love them unconditionally. Let them feel your love and try to resist the good feeling that you're feeling right now, and you realize you can't, because that inner child needs this particular exercise. Can you really enjoy the feeling of love from this inner child, of feeling complete, whole, and perfect? Now, in a moment, I'm going to tell you to open your eyes after I count from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Take a deep breath and exhale. And then notice how you feel. And that was just a simple exercise. That wasn't nothing complicated. That was a simple exercise. That's something that you can do. There are many different exercises and styles that one can do to help them to heal from inner child trauma. I invite you to go on this journey. Leave a comment. What would you say to your younger self right now? I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my channel. I love you. Peace and blessings.